Listen and practice.
Mr. Judge is a really nice man. Everyone likes him and respects his honesty. But he is not really a judge. You know, the person who makes decisions in a court of law, that's a judge. One day, my mother wanted to make a deal with a company from another country. But it was too late to get a lawyer. They wanted to write out the agreement by hand and sign it that day. They asked Mr. Judge to write out the papers. Right away, Mr. Judge put on his glasses. He sat at a big desk. He put the words on paper and read them clearly and loudly, just like a real judge. Then everyone signed the agreement. Mom says that it's interesting when people's jobs match their names. Yes, I'd like to see Ms. Baker bake at the bakery.
Listen and practice.
Susan doesn't want to sleep. She says, "I'm not sleepy." Mom tells her, "Just lie on your bed, close your eyes. You will start to feel sleepy soon." But Susan still has a question. Why do I have to sleep? Mom says, you need to sleep to rest your body and mind. That way, you will be strong and healthy.
Listen and practice.
My mother was mad. What was wrong? She saw all the lights in the house were on and no one was home. Mom said, "When you turn off the lights, you save energy, you save money, and you save the environment. Is that hard to do?" "No, of course not," said my brother. "Please, let's not forget again," said my mother.
Listen and practice.
Lisa likes to help out at home. When she gets home from school, she often babysits her little brother. She plays with him and reads books to him too. Her mom says, "You are such a great help. One day you will have your own home. Helping around the house is good for you too." Lisa is happy to help. It makes her feel good.
Listen and practice.
Erin lives with her parents in Canada. Both of her parents are Chinese. But Erin was born in Canada. Her friends in kindergarten are different colors. One day, Mom said to her, "Erin, you will have a baby sister very soon." Erin was very happy. She thought for a little while, then asked, "Mom, is my sister going to be Chinese or a foreigner?" "Will her eyes be black or blue? And what about her hair? What color will it be? Will it be black or brown?" Mom laughed. "Your dad and mom are Chinese, so you will have a baby sister just like you." Erin smiled. She walked away, thinking of all the fun she was going to have with her new baby sister.
Listen and practice.
The Farmer and His Sons.
Once upon a time, a farmer and his 3 sons lived on a farm. The farmer always worked very hard in his fields, but his sons did not like to work. They were very lazy and only wanted to sleep and play cards all day. One day, the farmer called his sons to him. He said, "Sons, I am old. I will soon die. I won't be able to take care of you anymore. So I am leaving you a treasure in the fields. There's a treasure in the fields." The oldest son said, "A treasure? Is it gold?" "Diamonds?" asked another son. "Money?" asked the third son. But the old farmer just smiled and said, "A treasure. You will find a treasure in the fields." The old farmer died. His sons ran to the fields. They began digging and digging, dreaming of the treasure they would find. Soon, they dug up the whole field, but they didn't find any treasure. They found no treasure at all. The sons decided to plant some wheat, and soon the fields were full of tall wheat plants. Now the 3 sons worked long, hard days in the hot fields to cut and harvest all of the wheat. When the sons finished harvesting the wheat, they drove to town and sold it to the rich townspeople. They did this year after year after year, and they made a lot of money. The 3 sons grew old together on the farm. After many years, they began to enjoy working hard in the fields. Selling the wheat gave them plenty of money, and they were happy. They finally understood that the land was their father's treasure. The land itself and the wheat in their fields brought them a good life.
Listen and practice.
Long ago, people used candles to see at night, but now we have electric lights. It seems like our whole world is filled with lights. There are lights of all colors. There are big lights that light up soccer fields, and there are little flashlights too. We have so many lights that you can see them from space. Maybe we should turn out a few lights.
Listen and practice.
First impressions. According to psychologists, people form first impressions based on how you look, then on how you sound, and finally on what you say. The way you look makes up 55% of a first impression. This includes facial expressions, body language, and eye contact, as well as your clothes and general appearance. A friendly smile seems to be the most important part of this. The way you sound makes up 38% of a first impression and includes how fast or slowly you speak. People listen to your tone of voice and decide if you sound friendly or unfriendly, interested or bored, and happy or sad. What we say, the actual words, counts for only 7% of the message. People form first impressions within 10 seconds of meeting you, and first impressions don't change easily. If someone gets the wrong impression of you, it can take a long time to change his or her mind. One problem is that in different parts of the world, the same behavior can give people a different impression. In some countries, if you look at the person directly, it shows you are friendly. In other countries, it can be rude, and it's more polite to look away from the person. Standing close to someone and touching the person's arm is normal in some places, but in others it's better to keep your distance. The person may think you're being too friendly.
Listen and practice.
My mother was born in Seattle in 1965. My father was born in Miami in 1963. I was born in 1988. My mother is a doctor. My father is a professor. They were in college together. My father's parents were very poor. My mother's parents weren't married in Canada. They met in the U.S. Grandpa John was an engineer. Grandma Helen was a piano teacher.
Listen and practice.
Hi, and welcome to What's Your Problem? How's your day been so far? Have you done all the things you planned? Kept all your appointments? Oh, and did you remember to send your mother a birthday card? If so, good for you. If not, well, you're not alone. Many of us in the busy 21st century are finding it more and more difficult to remember everything. Once upon a time, we just blamed getting older for our absent-mindedness. But now experts are blaming our modern lifestyle. They say that we have become the forgetful generation, and that day after day we overload our memories.